Thanks for tuning in, friends. I'm Brother Michael Harper, coming to you from Akron, Ohio. Today I'd like to talk to you about call on God in your time of trouble, in your hour of need. In the chapter of Exodus, chapter 3, verse 14, and God said to Moses, I am that I am. God told Moses to tell the children of Israel, tell them I am have sent me unto you. In other words, I am anything you need. The Egyptians, they were pursuing the children of Israel to destroy them. And when they came to a dead end, God opened up the sea. His people went through, and the enemy was destroyed. In the chapter of Revelations 1, verse 8, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, saith the Lord, which is and which was and which is to come, the Almighty. I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last. God is saying, I'm everything you need. He's health for the bones. He is the talent that he gave you even before you were born. He is everything you need to fill your individual journey. In the Psalms 139, verse 14 tells us, I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works. You see, you don't have to seek validation from people. God has already validated you. You have to know who you are. You're forgiven. You're loved by God. You won't be perfect. You may fall, but he will uphold you with his hand. God is the lifter up of your head. In the chapter of Luke, chapter 22, verse 55 through 57, and Jesus' disciples, verse 56, this man was also with him, Jesus' own friends, his disciples, whom he loved and taught, Peter. And he denied him, saying, Woman, I know him not. And after a little while, another saw him and said, Thou art so of them. And Peter said, Man, I am not. In other words, he was saying, I don't even know him in his hour of need. Who are you calling upon? Who are you calling upon? In the chapter of Job, chapter 220, verse 7, Satan went to God to give permission to test Job. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his feet unto the crown, in other words, to the top of his head. And in his time of discomfort and need, you would think Job's own wife would be somewhat of a comfort and support. Instead, she said, then his wife unto him, doest thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die. She told Job to curse God and to die. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? You get in trouble with the law or something, or financial trouble, or have a bankruptcy, or need constant medical assistance, or help at home when you get older sometimes. Some of those people you thought you could depend on, I'm not saying all of them, they might say the same thing. What? I don't even know him. So this is my challenge to you. Psalms 50, verse 15. And call upon me in the day of trouble, and I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me. We can always depend on God. Psalms 37, verse 24. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. Psalms 41, verse 3. The Lord will strengthen him, just as he did Job, upon the bed of languishing. Thou wilt make all his beds in his sicknesses. See, instead of depending on people to be your source of help and strength as you grow older, depend on God, and he'll even make your bed of sicknesses. The Psalms, chapter 43, verse 5, tells us, why art thou cast down, O my soul, and why art thou disquieted within me? Hope in God, for I shall yet praise him, who is the health of my countenance and my God. You see, friends, you call upon God. Call upon him through Jesus. Tell Jesus to come into your heart, and I make you my Lord and Savior. We can always call on God through Christ. We don't have to depend solely on people, because God, he will never let you down. I'm Brother Michael Harper, coming to you from Akron, Ohio. I'll see you the next time. Thank you.
as